What is up, everybody? Ryan here. Here we are again, another Saturday night at 9 p.m. I'm here. I want to thank everybody that's out there watching for coming on and checking this thing out. Like I said, I'm just hanging out. How's everybody doing out there? I see there's some people in the chat. Bendrick is here, cooling with Kraus, everything HVACR. Pat Finley from Commercial Kitchen Chronicles. Thank you guys. I definitely appreciate you coming on. I got a real cool guest who is doing big things in the HVAC field and on Instagram. He's got a lot of followers, 38,000 to be exact on Instagram. He is one hell of a guy. I've had a chance to talk with him a little bit here before the show, and I'm excited to bring him on and ask him some questions. Jason Johnson's in here, 716 Appliance Guy. Appreciate everybody coming in. Hopefully everybody out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Those are the three things to be in life. And I'm happy that I'm happy, healthy, and safe. So hopefully everybody's doing good. So if you guys don't already know, which you probably already do, I got Mike Flynnstone1 of Instagram on the show tonight, and he is waiting patiently in the wings for to come on. Jeff J Dem, he is in the house. What's up, everybody? So I got some people starting to come on in, and I'm real excited. So it's truly a blessing that a guy like me could buy a computer, buy a microphone, and just hop on here and start doing the things that I'm doing. It's truly a testament to in life that you can do whatever you want. As long as you put your mind to it, you can do it. Reliable HVACR is in the house. What's up, Adrian? Eddie, what's up, buddy? He's hanging. So before I bring Mike on, I put together a little video of what you can expect to see if you were to go over to Instagram, hit that follow button on Flynnstone1 is the name on Instagram. William's in the house. Laska's in the house. Everybody's piling in. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. So I put this video together earlier. I had to take all the, before I go any further, on Instagram, you can use any music you want. They have a library. You can shoot your video. You can put the music on. There's no copyright issues. Here on YouTube, when I did my live stream with Jeff J Dem, who I'm very thankful to come on with me, I put together a little video for him, and immediately after I got a copyright strike. So I had to go back in and I had to edit out the video, or edit out the music from the video. So if you ever go back and watch that one and wonder why there's no music on some of his. So on this particular one, I didn't even record any of the music. I just put my own music on top of it. But I think it's fitting to the style of music that Mike Flynnstone1 puts on his videos on Instagram. So if you guys want to head over to Instagram and follow Flynnstone1 Mike, this is going to be a little taste of what you would see when you go over there. So I'm going to go ahead and change screens now, and I'm going to go ahead and put that up. So enjoy. All right, guys. So that's what you're going to see when you head over to Mike Flynnstone1 on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and bring Mike on now. Let me see if I can do it. There he is. Mike, how are you tonight?
What's going on, man?
What'd you think of that?
Love it. You're going to have to send me that, and I will post that for sure.
Awesome. I
Yeah, man.
definitely will. So I'm happy that you're on the show, man. Thank you very much for doing this. And
Thanks
if
for
you
having
guys
me.
don't know, this is Mike Flynnstone1. So let's start the interview then.
Yeah, man.
Instagram. You got 38,000 followers on Instagram.
Crazy.
How did that happen?
Dude, I have no idea. You know, 2000, was it 2015? I started posting up work. I started in the trade at 2008. Just posting. If you go all the way back, I was doing like gym stuff, music, just normal stuff, and I started posting up work, and it was like, hey, good job. That looks good, and this kind of, I think the people in the community kind of found me, and I was looking at their stuff, just using the hashtags and all that kind of stuff, and it was just like, a small tight knit HVAC community, and it just grew and grew and grew, and then just blew up. I mean, how many HVAC guys are on Instagram? It's crazy.
Well, that is awesome. So, 38. I mean, obviously you're excited about this success, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Of course.
I still, every day I wake up and look at it and I'm like, how does this happen? Like, it's crazy still.
Now, do you ever get recognized? Hey, that's Mike Flintstone.
Yep, sometimes. I've gotten it out at a few restaurants.
Yeah.
But when you go to, obviously when you go to like AHR and stuff like that, people, you're, in the same community, so that's gonna happen no matter what.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure. What about supply houses?
Yep.
Sure that you're
Yep.
yep.
I've actually, it's funny because the one guy I used to know from way back when, he's known me since, I started in the trade. And then the last time I walked into a Johnstone, the guy was like, bro, how are you bending gas pipe like that? I'm like, this guy, that's funny as shit. So yeah, they're all watching it.
All right. So you've been on Instagram since 2008. Now, why Instagram as opposed to, am I correct there? Oh, 08?
2000, I think I started 2012.
Okay.
Started posting it, really posting work 2015.
Okay. So
Yep.
you've been in the trade since 2008.
Correct.
That's where I got confused.
Yep.
Okay. So on Instagram since 2012, but really hitting it hard in 15.
Mhm.
Now, why Instagram and not another platform like YouTube?
I was never really into YouTube, really. It's just like I went there for like music videos and all that kind of stuff. I never really dove deep into that kind of stuff with YouTube.
I've just recently been getting on to Instagram myself, and I find it pretty addicting. And it's
Yeah.
kind of easy. You shoot your video, then you have all the options of mentioning other people, or putting the text on it, or putting the music on it. I actually kind of like it, and I'll go on runs for one day where I'm like, I'll post a bunch of stuff to my story, and then
Yeah.
there's other days I don't do it at all. But
Yeah.
it's just amazing. So I want to do a little get to know you.
Sure.
How old are you?
36.
36. So
Mhm.
you're a spring chicken. You're younger than me.
I don't feel like one, that's for sure.
Well, in this trade, it can happen real quick. I
Yep.
remember when I was young, all the older guys were bitching about their shoulder or their knee. And I was like, that is never going to happen to me. And now, you know what? Now I get home, I got arthritis in my fingers. My
Yep.
knees hurt. My shoulders hurt. So it doesn't take long.
Yeah,
It
not at
definitely
all.
creeps up on you. What what about your family life, man? Are you married? Do you have
Yep,
kids?
married. We got married in 2015. Yeah. Yep, 15.
Nice.
Been together for longer than that, but and I got a 11-month-old now. So
Well,
yeah, man.
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Now I know you're in New Jersey, right?
Yes,
Nice. Do you like New Jersey?
for the most part. Yep.
Yeah. Now I asked Jeff this question last time he was on, and he didn't have an answer. Were you a Sopranos fan?
I we actually so I've seen a couple episodes here and there, but we actually
Uh-huh.
just started watching the entire like the whole catalog. So
Yeah.
yes, yep,
Well, buckle in. It's a good that was a good show.
oh yeah,
I spent a lot of time watching TV back in the day, and apparently, a lot of people aren't into TV these days.
yeah,
And to be honest with you, we've kind of got rid of our cable, and we do all the streaming stuff now these
yeah.
days.
I think that's the way to go with everything, really.
Yep,
So
yep. So, being that you're in Jersey, I got to ask about the whole gas pump situation. Maybe this is just me. I don't know. I find it odd, but if anybody watched the other live streams that I've had, I went to Jersey on vacation. I hopped out, tried to pump my own gas. I got reprimanded by some guy in a vest that told me I couldn't. What's up with the gas pump situation?
so I've always known to have someone pump my gas for me.
Yep.
I've been to other states and, I have to pump it, obviously. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll go in the morning to get gas because I'm the shit, I need gas, but I'll make it home and I'll get it in the morning kind of thing. Um, but yeah, I go out, I just get out of the truck and I just start doing it. And they like come over, they're all anxious about it, and I'm like, I got it, I'm good, thanks. So
Nice. And I did a little bit of research since the last time I asked that question. My Google search was, why can't I pump my gas in New Jersey? And according to howstuffworks.com, New Jersey banned the sale of self serve gasoline in 1949. Apparently, the Retail Gasoline Dispensing Safety Act said that the law was an act of public safety given the dangerous nature of gasoline. So I don't know. That seems odd, but do you
yeah,
tip? Do you tip the gas attendants? Because
no,
I always feel like if somebody's doing something for me, we go to Vegas, we go to casinos and stuff, and a lot of times we tip. And I'm like, I'm thinking, do I got to tip this guy now? So no tips,
no tips.
no tips. All right. So my next question was, how long have you been in the trade? But you've said since '08.
Yep.
Did you go to a trade school or any schooling before you got into trade?
Before I got into the trade, no, I actually went to college and I have a BA in criminal justice.
Oh,
So there's that. But I did do like 2 years, 2-ish years of night school for
hmm,
trade school. And it was just super hard working and then getting there at night. So most of the time, because I did service before I did install.
okay.
So it was like, okay, well, you got another call on for you, or we got this emergency for you, and okay, I'm not making it to class tonight. So I was like, listen, I once those semesters were up, I was like, this ain't for me,
Sure.
and it just happened to work out in my favor. I think I like to consider myself a fast learner, so it really I knew that I wasn't going to get the classroom educational, so I figured that I would watch every single thing that every person above me would do and just do it that way, ask questions, and on the job learning.
Exactly. I went to a trade school and I got a basic education out of it, but really, after graduating, I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Once I got in the field, I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
So all my stuff was learned on the job as well. Um, Now I see that you've recently moved companies. and
Yes.
you're now working at the same company that Jeff J. Dem works at.
Yep.
How is that? And were you nervous to leave a company? Because anytime I've ever left a job and gone to another, which hasn't been very often, I've only worked at 3 heating companies over 22 years. I was a little apprehensive and a little nervous. Were you apprehensive or nervous at all about a move like that?
So I think I'm in the point in my career where it's like not so much as nervous. It's just the kind of dread of cleaning out my truck, right?
Yeah,
Because I have so much shit. It's like I have so many tools, I have so many boxes, I have so many everything, and
sure.
it just takes me the longest time to, move out. Because at the last company I was at, they gave me an empty truck. They were like, "Here you go, build it how you want." I was like, "That's awesome." So I literally took everything out of that truck and then had to move it over to another truck where they already had like pre-built shelves and all that kind of stuff. So I had to set it up. I've been at, let's see, one, two, three, four, five companies. Well, I
Mhm.
think this will be the sixth. So, and it's just like I think the dread of that really, really gets me.
Sure. I've got a lot of tools too that are mine, my own personal stuff.
Yep.
The company buys us things, but if I relied on only what the company bought, I would have not everything I needed. So
Correct.
I take the liberty of buying my own stuff too. That way I have it.
Yeah.
Um,
And you take better care of it. If it's yours,
sure.
you take better
Absolutely.
care of it.
Um, my next question was, if you weren't able to say HVAC was completely out of the question, and what else would you do if you had to have that second? You know, say you weren't an HVAC guy, a boiler installer. What would you do?
I mean, to go to go back to when I graduated college, you know, like I said, I was have a BA in criminal justice, and it's like in 2008, nobody was hiring.
Mhm.
So it's like, would I have, found part-time jobs and then become a cop, like of what I applied for? Like, maybe, you
Uh,
know, and just
Sure.
wait it out. And because nobody, like, I'm first generation HVAC, so it's like nobody really in my family um did HVAC or plumbing. My uncle and my cousin are, and yeah, in-law are carpenters. But so maybe I would have kind of talked to them about that or whatever, but
Gotcha.
who knows?
Have you ever done any sewer work, snaking out sewer drains,
Yep.
stuff like that? Oh yeah.
Never got
Yeah.
them. Never. Not
Yep.
once.
Yeah.
Not once. Yep. I think I did. Like when I this was like probably, yeah, it was the second company I worked for. So the boss was like, "Hey, you got to go snake the drain." I was like, "I don't know how to do that. Like, what are you talking about? I'm used to like changing angle stops and toilets and water heaters and shit like that." So he's like, "Just go try." I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's gonna be a waste of your time, but I'll try." So yeah, I think I had like 3 or 4 calls, never got them clear, and I was like, "Dude, just please save your time and money. Do not send me on drain
Yeah.
cleaning."
I've helped a lot of master plumbers in my time, like
Hmm.
lug in the when I was younger, I would lug in the all the stuff, and that's not a pleasant job.
No,
I'm looking at the chat here, and Jeff, he says, "Fun fact: Mike is an excellent dancer." So, I mean, do you want to elaborate on that?
that's like total BS because I don't dance. I don't know if well, maybe actually he's probably seen me dance on the job, which is just like grooving or something like that. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and I've noticed, since you guys have been, working at the same company that there's been a few instances where, you guys get to, work together, so that's gotta be I mean, for the Instagram posts, that's gotta be
Oh yeah.
exciting for the followers and stuff like that, so how is it working with, Mr. Jeff J. Dem, is he, you know,
Oh, it's
very
great.
particular?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
When I moved, when Jeff asked me to come to the company, I was like, well, I know I'm not going to work with you because we're both leads and they'll never put us together. But, the times that we do, obviously we have a good time and, make shit look pretty and have it work. And it's a good, yeah,
That's awesome, and
good for
yeah, I
everybody.
mean, he puts together some very nice looking installs, and even in the little video that I put together as an intro, some of those boilers, I mean, those were systems. I saw multiple pumps and valves and, and devices. I don't even know what they are, but what a, I mean, is that taking all those pieces and putting them together like a huge puzzle? I mean, at the end of the day, when you sit back and you take that video and you post it on Instagram, that the pride has to just be like, yeah. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. Yep.
how do you, I mean,
especially like
obviously,
especially the bigger ones where the last one you showed, that job got me published, and one of the guys from Takeo, who writes for Takeo, came out. He was like, hey, we want to do um, an article on you and coming up in the Instagram world, and do you think and that job as well, do you think we can get back into the house? I was like, hell yeah, dude. Like, that customer calls that room, it's not the mechanical room, it's the palace. So he like what was in there was like a monster cast iron boiler, and everything, like, instead of putting it all on the wall like I did, they had it just out. So there was like 3 feet of room, from the circulators to the wall. And he was like, dude, this is just an eyesore and you made it look so freaking pretty. Like, I'm gonna call it the palace. So
that is awesome. And again, that's going to be, a future reference for the company when you do such a beautiful job like that. I mean, obviously, whoever owns that house has a substantial sized home. That was
oh
a
yeah.
big boiler.
Yep.
It's a big system.
Mm-hmm.
And so when their friend needs a boiler, they're going to say, "Hey," or a system or whatever. I mean, so it's all related because I mean, your boss, I talked to Jeff. He said the boss doesn't really mind with the Instagram posts and things of that nature because
Nope.
it only brings more work for them.
Yeah.
Any hobbies or interests besides HVAC that you get involved in? I mean, everybody's got to step away from the field and step away from work. What do you like to do to cool off and have some fun?
I mean, at this point, I do genuinely enjoy coming home and playing with the kid. Um,
Yeah.
that's just the when I walk in, like, because you can, where I'm at, like, you can see my truck from the street and pull in to where on the side street. And, my wife always says that, oh, dad has home or something like that. So, and when I walk in from the garage, like, he's always like around the corner and he just looks at me and smiles, and it's like melts my
Yeah.
heart.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Mike Flynnstone1, Instagram success 38K followers on Instagram. Go check out his Instagram page as soon as this live stream's done. Don't leave now. What kind of equipment do you guys install? Brand? Anything?
Yeah, I mean, for HVAC, it'll be Ream and Train. We're dealers
Hmm.
for those. But it's, if a customer requests a certain brand, then we could probably get it.
Gotcha.
Boilers, we do NTI. Shout out to Steve Wheeland. Um, and for high efficiency, I've done some lock and var on contract, from the one of the building managers. Cast iron. Cast iron is everything. We do Wal McLean primarily, but Utica, Williamson, Crown, whatever.
Many steam boilers?
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh,
Wal
yeah.
McLean there. I've done a few Utica, uh, but Wal McLean's my favorite.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've worked on servicing, not installing. I've installed a few boilers with, as a helper in my time, but
nice.
it's a man's job. This isn't a job for, you know, yeah,
The
exactly.
the brick
It is not
hands, the steam hands.
it's not easy. I mean, you've got everything to deal with. You got a huge hunk of metal you have to remove. We've cut them apart and taken them out in sections, and
Yep.
just the sections were it was very hard. So this is not pull it out and slap it in the back of the van. This is a process.
Yep.
Replacing a boiler, you've got all the plumbing, the electrical, all the controls to tie in. This is certainly a grown-up's job. So much respect. I want to move on now to the HVAC Tactical Awards. I know everybody's sick of hearing me talk about Las Vegas, but you know what? I love Vegas, so I'm gonna bring on
Yeah.
you were at the Tactical Awards. Was this
Sir.
your first time in Vegas?
Yeah, first time in Vegas. Yep.
What'd you think? Did you gamble all your
I don't
money
think I
away?
really got the full effect of Vegas.
Mhm.
It was a lot of work, and running around and networking and talking to people and all that kind of stuff. So we were walking around from get place to place, but it wasn't like I didn't really go out in Vegas.
Sure.
Hmm.
Well, if you ever wanna go, we go quite often, so
Okay.
the invitation's always open, and, um, you liked it, though? You enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Now, your relationship with Ben Poole from HVAC Tactical, is there a relationship or is he just a fan? Because he seemed to like you, Jeff J. Dem, the Bendrick, he gravitates a lot towards the Instagram HVAC influencers. Did he invite you? You were nominated, correct,
No,
for an
I
award?
wasn't nominated
Oh,
for anything. So I've been friends with Ben since for a long time now. We first met in Orlando at AHR, like formally met, but we've been following each other for a long time. Support every single thing that he's done, and the HVAC Tactical Awards was just another level of that. So he asked me to be involved, so I was involved, presented an award, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
I actually have some footage of you at the Tactical Awards that I didn't include in my video.
Nice.
I have footage of a lot of people. PEHVAC
Yep.
was there. It was such a long video. I didn't have time to get every last clip in, but I still have it. Maybe I'll try to hook up with you and get that sent to you and see if you
Yeah,
can do
for sure.
something with it.
Nice.
Um, I'm assuming you're going to Atlanta
Yep.
next year for the
Absolutely.
awards show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of stumbled into the whole HVAC Tactical Awards. They weren't going to let me come, but then, but then I guess because some people couldn't make it,
Yeah.
that there were tickets that were available, and they were like, "All right, well, we'll let this guy
Yeah,
in."
I guess you can come.
But man, let me tell you, it was the highlight of my trip. AHR was cool. I've never been to AHR before. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a little run in with security. They told me I couldn't film and this and that. It kind of put a
What?
sour taste in my mouth, but what are you going to do? But
Yeah.
yeah, the tactical words was very fun.
Oh yeah.
Now, I see you use rigid tools a lot, uh, RLS.
Yep.
Are these sponsors of yours, or are you just promoting the tools because they're tools you love and
I
you need?
mean, quote unquote sponsors, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just it's a mutual agreement on where the trade is going and where everything else is. So it's just like, and I'm all about the science behind everything.
Uh-huh.
You can actually ask Jeff, and I'll probably tell you exactly right now that I am 100% why and then the what. So my
Sure.
first boss always taught me that you can go into a job and solve a problem, but you have to know why it happened so it doesn't happen again. So
Well,
uh,
sure.
that's always been ingrained in me, and so I want to figure out, it's huge on reading the manual, huge on, researching stuff before I actually dive into it. So it's like, especially RLS, when, Paul reached out and all that kind of stuff. It's just like, I love it. I want to know, I asked him a ton of questions. He probably was like, dude, what's this guy doing? I just want him to press these fittings. I was like, I need to know before I do it. I took the training probably 3 times, just to make sure 100%. I've already been pressing, water
Mhm.
since, starting in the trade. I was doing, 3 and 4 inch, 2, 3 and 4 inch, and commercial buildings. Pressing, it's like almost live feeds where old valves and they really don't work, and that's why we pressed it and all that kind of stuff. So with a corded rigid press tool, so
Yeah.
that shit's cool. But yeah, also rigid. I went to the rigid experience, 2000, what was that, 19? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, 2019. Yep.
I don't have it here in front of me or able to pull it up, but if you go to uh Flynnstone1 on Instagram, he's got an awesome picture where he's standing by like 2 like 5-foot pipe wrenches. That was that was awesome. I mean, how heavy are those things?
Oh, that was the one that you used for the story. That
Yeah.
was a 3 foot and a 4 foot aluminum.
Yeah. Okay.
Even the aluminum one is stupid heavy.
Yeah.
Yep. Hmm.
Now, what's the technical name? Because I am not, the best on the technical names, but the pipe wrench that has the teeth on the front, like it's got
That
your
is um the that's not the offset. I think it is the offset wrench.
oh, that's the offset
Yep.
wrench.
Hmm.
That thing's
Or
cool.
yeah. Okay, so I've talked to Ridge about this because it doesn't make sense. So they have one that the wrench is on a 45, the teeth are on a 45, like up like that. And then they have the one that's on the end, right? Which
Yeah.
makes sense for them to call this one the end wrench and the other one the offset wrench, but they flip flopped it.
Huh.
So, yes.
Just keep everybody on their toes, I
Oh, yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
Out of all your tools you use, what's your favorite? It's a hard question, I know.
I know.
What would be the one thing? I mean, say your van. I'm assuming you drive a van or you drive a truck. What do you drive?
Box truck.
Box truck. Say your
Yep.
box truck ignites in flames.
Oh, my
You
God.
barely make it out, and you got one tool to grab. What's
I
it
mean,
gonna
could it be a
be?
box? Because everything I do have is modular.
It
So,
can be anything you want it to be. Tell us about your favorite modular
oh
toolbox,
man.
your favorite tool.
So
That
I would say a tie. So I have one, obviously the Rems Curvo, for bend and everything, but hand in hand with the 3 RP 351, the press tool. So I
Mhm.
have one of the Milwaukee 3 drawer pack outs. So the bottom is like the Mega Press jaws. Middle is the Pro Press jaws, and the top is the tool. So it's, take the whole box off if you need it and take it inside or whatever. So
Well, there you go. I mean, if his truck ever ignites, you know what he's grabbing.
I'm grabbing those 2 boxes. That's it.
So it's just funny, man. I talk to a lot of people that are got a lot of followers, and you expect to, I don't know what to expect, and what I find at the end of the day is they're just normal people
Yeah.
that have found their niche in social media, and that's who you are. Mike Flynn, he's a normal guy
It's a
with a lot of
normal dude.
followers,
Yeah. It's a
and
normal
that's
dude.
awesome. So, Lance from Solderweld, I mean, does Lance and did my voice am I going through puberty or what just happened right
Lance.
there? Excuse me. Lance and Ben Poole, I mean, they're pretty close too. I mean, these guys have come together for this award show and stuff like that. I'm assuming they're good friends, but
Oh, yeah.
you've got a little relationship with Lance too, right? I mean, you guys are working together on some stuff. I see the sign back
Yep.
behind you. We saw in the intro video they slathered the hot block all over your hand. I mean, were you nervous to do that? I mean, putting a
Not at
torch
all.
on your hand.
Not at all. Because
That was
so I've been using Hot Block for a very long time.
yeah.
So I knew, and I tried the other stuff. So, and I knew, the quality of the product, and I saw HVAC Reefer guy do it. So if Mike Mayberry is doing it, I'm definitely doing it. So
I got to meet Mike briefly in Vegas. What a cool guy.
he's a good
I mean,
dude.
he is a good dude. I
Yep.
can tell. I can just tell from talking to him. I'm a pretty good judge of character, I think. But yeah, that dude's been around the block. He knows his stuff. And so yeah, I guess if Mike Mayberry had it on his hand, I'd probably do it as too. But that was an awesome little clip where they were putting the torch on your
Oh
hand.
yeah.
So speaking of Lance from Solderweld and a hot block, I mean, you've got involved with them in this hot block promotion slash contest. Can you tell us a little bit about how that works or what people need to do and how they can get involved in that?
Sure. So 2 years ago, I took a picture of the tub of hot block and the product on a pipe that I was soldering, and I edited out the little robot dude and put my logo on it. I have a caricature logo with my dog and a pipe wrench. So I was like, wouldn't it be, you solder weld should put my logo on the tub, right?
Sure.
So 2 years later, that's like 100% a thing right there.
Yeah.
So got the tub of hot block and got the one logo right there, and then that's the Flintstone, the other logo with the wrench and the sheet metal hammer. So the contest is Flynn-to-win. So they have you. If you go into a supply house, ask to order hot block from Supco. They'll bring in a 6-piece case, and then the ones with my sticker on it. If you win it, you post it on social media, use the hashtags, tag all the Solderweld, Supco, and me, and then you get a special sticker pack, which actually they just sent over for proofing, and it's awesome. And then at the end of the year, the grand prize is 2 VIP tickets to the Hvac Tactical Awards. Full paid to AHR, hotel, admission, all that kind of stuff. So very cool.
What a genius idea, really. I mean,
and forgot, the winner of it gets their logo on next year's hot block.
oh, so they're going to do it again.
Yep.
This will be a recurring thing.
Correct.
That's awesome. What a genius idea to partner up with someone like yourself who uses the product.
Yeah.
He's a regular guy with a lot of followers. He's using the product in the field. And I mean, this is just a genius idea on Solderweld's part, because now everybody's going to be asking for solder weld hot block. I asked my supply house, I'm not going to mention the name of the company, but they were unable to get it. So then I moved on to other supply houses. So everybody's going to be looking. So everybody, go to your supply house, ask them to order hot block from Supco. That's a solder weld product. I mean, dig through. I watched the live stream with Lance, and he said, be there when they open the box.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So if you find that magic ticket, the
golden ticket,
the golden ticket, the one that has Mr. Mike Flynn on the label, I mean, you could potentially win all expenses paid trip to Atlanta for AHR and the HVAC Tactical Awards. That is awesome.
And your logo commemorated on a can of hot block.
Oh, how awesome would that be if I won?
Awesome.
I'd be like, here's what I want on mine. Oh my goodness. So Mr. Mike Flynn. Yeah, you're obviously Irish, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you a drinker?
I'm actually June. I'll be 6 years sober.
Man, I need to follow that lead. I respect you for that. It's something I've been thinking about. I just mess with beer. I don't
Yeah.
mess with the liquor, but yeah, that's something as I get older. I'm 43 now. So yeah, it's always something. It's always something. Jason Johnson's in the house. What's up, Jason? Anybody in the chat have a question for Mr. Mike? Are you able to see the chat, Mike?
No, I can't.
All right. Well, we got a lot of people in here. We got
Nice.
23 watching now. Um, Anybody got a question for him? I'll translate and get it for him. They're debating wet rag and hot block and things of that
Always.
nature. I finally got some, but no hot block yet. Yeah, that's what they're saying, that they're able to get the other product, and a lot of people don't want to bring it in. I don't know
Yep.
why, but you got to keep questioning. You got to keep asking for the product to be brought in. Anything you'd like to say or bring up? I'm kind of at a loss right now.
I mean,
What's on the agenda for next week? Do you even know from day to
next.
day?
Yeah, I got a couple service calls on Monday. I think a air handler condenser. They have me finishing up another job, and then I'm starting a 2 system job on Thursday, I believe.
So you run service calls as well.
Yeah, I do whatever they need me to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, is it a lot of refrigeration or air conditioning stuff, or are you primarily sticking to the boiler stuff? I mean, it's anything,
Yeah,
whatever
it's
they throw
pretty
at
much
you.
anything the company does just, HVAC plumbing. But we don't really touch like market refrigeration or anything like that.
Okay.
But yeah, anything they need me to do, then I'm doing it. I'm the guy.
That's the perfect a perfect employee. Your employer's got to be thrilled to have two major Instagram semi celebrities on the roster here. I mean,
He
that's
loves
great.
it. Yep.
I bet. Is he a cool guy?
Oh, super cool. And like when I talked to him, I had one meeting with him before I started.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, I'm going to do, I like to do things a certain way. I've done so much research on what's going on. He's like, whatever you want, as long as it's right, I'll get it for you. I was like, okay.
That's a beautiful thing.
I'll,
Steve,
I'll see you Monday.
yeah, Steve from Everything HVACR. We co-host with Rick from HVACR Survival on
Mhm.
Sundays. So everybody out there, check out the live stream tomorrow night. I'll be doing this all over again with Rick and Steve. But he asks, do you and Jeff compete on these installs?
Always.
Always.
Always. I don't think it's not, I wouldn't use the word compete. It's like friendly back and forth, bumping ideas off each other, all that kind of stuff. So we feed off each other for sure.
All right. Well, Jeff actually has a good question. And this is one that I was going to bring up, but I thought might not be appropriate. But his question is, would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 10 duck-sized horses?
A horse-sized duck? 10 horse-sized ducks.
10? No. It's one. Would you rather fight a
10
horse?
duck-sized horses.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, because you could kick them, right? Or
Yeah,
you could take
exactly.
their legs out or hit them with a big pipe wrench.
Yeah, I can
mean,
play like golf with them, mini golf
okay.
with a pipe wrench.
Isaiah from Zaya's Home Services. He wants to know, will you do YouTube? He kind of already covered that a little bit, but if you want to elaborate a little bit, will you
Yeah,
ever do a
so
YouTube?
I do. It's the same name as Instagram, Flynnstone1. I do have videos posted up there when I was doing like Sunday boiler school and, I have longer, educational videos on there. So I'm going to I was going back and forth on whether I should or not, but it's like, I might as well just throw what I had, like backlog myself. So wherever I stopped on YouTube, I'm just going to start back up and upload all that old content. So, if you only have YouTube, then you'll see what's on what has been on Instagram already, but it'll just be, same kind of stuff.
I think, I mean, this is just my 2 cents. I think if you were to get a GoPro, just like this is what I use
Mhm.
to film all my videos, and you could clip it right to your hat or whatever. Just clip it right to your chest and
Yep.
just let that thing run. You could have a pretty good YouTube channel just on that alone. It doesn't have to be this. If I lived closer to you guys, if I was in New Jersey, I'd be like, let me film you and Jeff J. Dem together. It's like a HVAC little reality show, YouTube channel. I think it would be good. I
Yeah.
see Jason Johnson, his his chat has been hidden. I'm gonna show it. Let's see here. Those Canadian geese are, it's because he used a bad word, are effing monsters, mean bastards. Um, so being that you're in New Jersey, do you vacation at the Jersey Shore or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's because I'm close, so I can be at the shore in
Yeah.
like 45 minutes or so. So
Nice. Yeah, we
yeah,
have to
quick.
travel like 7 damn hours to get over there, but we love it. The family loves it.
That's a lot.
It's a
Yeah.
nice place.
I mean, if you're talking about, south, I think is like 2.5. Well, Atlantic City's 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We
Wildwood's like two and a half.
we enjoy it. We
Yeah.
enjoy it. Jeff says, Ryan, tell him to tell us what's in talks. What's that mean? That's from Jeff J. Dem.
In
Ryan,
talks.
tell him to tell us what's in talks. I don't know what that means, but
I don't
that's
know what that
his
means.
quotes. What are Mike's favorite vitamins? What are your favorite vitamins? Alaska needs to know.
Alaska? Oh
Alaska,
man.
HVAC.
I I don't even take
I
vitamins,
don't
dude.
take vitamins
I
either.
I drink a bunch of coffee and that's about it. Hopes and dreams.
Yep. Yep. Jim Tan Laundry. I'm getting all these Jersey comments.
Nice.
The Shore, Always Sunny in Philadelphia did a great episode there. Blah blah. We call them death chickens here. They're talking about geese and stuff in the
Yeah.
chat. It's quite hilarious. Um, so everybody, this is Mike Flynnstone1 on Instagram. He's got a substantial following on there, and really his stuff's great. And the good thing about Instagram is you can go to his page, you can go all the way back. You can see all the, all the videos he's put out. He demonstrates the tools, he displays and centerpieces his installs. And let me tell you, they're beautiful. The boilers he's replacing, it's a man's game, it's a
Mhm.
man's job, and he does a great job at it. Um, oh, I have a question. Are you
Sure.
guys union or non-union?
Non-union. Sure.
Non-union. Nice, nice. I don't know why I needed to ask that, but it's just
It's always a good topic.
it's always a good topic. There,
Yeah,
it's a hot topic though.
it
You bring
is.
that up on social media. I could literally go on a Facebook group and put union or non-union question mark, and then just watch
500 comments later.
yeah,
Yep.
500 comments later is people yelling and screaming at each
Yep.
other. I personally worked non-union for the first half of my career, and then I moved over to union. And I don't know. The union for me was better fit,
Yeah.
but I got my education non-union, and it's just one of those things. Well, Mike, I think we are approaching 50 minutes, which is
Yeah.
pretty good for just two guys talking about
Shooting the shit.
boilers and
Yeah.
shooting the shit. But yeah, guys, go to your local supply house, ask them for hot block.
Right there.
Show it, Mike. Put it up there. This is what you want to order. Now, there is another product called Hot Block that's by another
It's the
company.
same
This
thing.
is Oh, it
It's
is.
the exact same thing. Yep.
Oh, really? Because
They just, I think, Rector Seal just
Rector
put.
Seal. Yep.
Yep. But it
It's the
is
same stuff.
solder weld hot block. Yep.
Well, that's what my guy said the company I asked. I said, "Can you get Hot Block?" He goes, "Yeah, we can get it from Rector Seal." And I said, "No, no, 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 no. I need it from Supco Solder Weld." And he goes, "Well, we can't get that." So maybe I can actually get it at my thing if it's
I'll
Rector
I'm gonna
seal.
I'm gonna find out from Lance if they did it on their shit on their end too.
Yeah, because what they did was they put I mean, do you know how many of these special labeled containers they put into how many out there?
I think there's 300
Okay,
total.
so you got 300 chances. If you can get your hands on some hot block, you're going to be able to maybe find the special one that has Mr. Mike Flynnstone1 on the label. And then, I mean, at the very least, if you get it and you got it in your hand, you take a picture of it, using it in the
Using
field,
it. Yep.
and you contact the right people on Instagram. I'm sure if you just add Flintstone1 to it, he'll be able to direct you on who else to
Yeah, man.
include on that. You're
Yep.
gonna at least get a sticker pack, and at the end of the whole thing, I mean, you could win all expenses paid trip to Atlanta, AHR, the HVAC Tactical Awards. And have you seen that new belt they've got at
Yes.
HVAC Tactical? That thing looks slick.
I literally just bought one.
Did you really?
Yep.
Oh man, I'd like to. I mean, I go through belts all the time because the
Hmm.
holes they get worn
Stretched
out, they
out. Yep.
stretch out. Then I'm like, now it's too tight, now it's too loose. What do I
Yep.
do? I end up making a new hole. But yeah, that thing looks cool. It looks like it's got some new belt technology. I mean, you know, we live in a time and an age where I mean, belt technology is
I
like
know.
you've never
Yeah.
seen it. So
It's big.
that thing's cool. HVAC Tactical loves this guy. Solderweld loves this guy. 38,000 people. They love this guy on Instagram. So everybody, if you're not on Instagram, head on over there right after this live stream. Just type in the search Flintstone1. You're going to see lots of awesome boiler installs, tool demonstrations. Mike, he's a family guy. He's from Jersey. He's just like us. But
The
I
normal
mean,
guy.
I mean, look at him. He's got tattoos. He's got a beard. He's cool. I want to appreciate, I want to thank you for coming on, man. I definitely appreciate it. If anybody in the chat has one last question for Mike, I think we're going to be wrapping this thing up here very soon. So let's hit him with the questions now, or
Yeah.
forever hold your peace, right?
Or ask me on Instagram. Either one.
Or ask him on Instagram. That's the thing. He
I
seems
field
like
many questions on via Instagram.
nice, but yeah, he definitely shows the tools that he uses, and I'm getting getting text messages. What are Mike and Jeff doing? I don't know what that means. Anyway, Mike, I appreciate you coming on, man. I think it's
Appreciate
been
you having
fun.
me, man. Yeah.
Check out that hot block contest. Go to your local supply house, find it, search it out. I mean, if you got to buy 12 tubs of the stuff, I mean, it's going to be worth it at the
Yeah.
end of the day if you win. So, do you have any stickers or any merch or anything along those lines?
I actually just ordered a bunch of stickers, so I will be putting up a post on that if anybody wants them on Instagram. So, yeah, wait until they come in, and then I'll get the news out.
Nice. Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna definitely respond to that. I'd like a Flintstone sticker to stick on my van. So
definitely.
awesome, man. Hey, congratulations on the new child and
Thank
the
you.
job and everything you're doing on Instagram. I appreciate you coming on, man. Class act over here, guys. Mike, Flintstone1, head on over to Instagram, hit that follow button. I think we're going to wrap this thing up, Mike. So thank you
Cool.
very much. Do you have any last parting words you'd like to say to everybody watching now?
I think it's our job as HVAC techs to improve the trade. So if you can take any bit of extra time, it only takes, as some people have said, it only takes 5 minutes to be a better tech. But just give it a once over, make sure that everything's perfect when you're leaving, and just be better.
That's awesome, man. These are good words. I mean, this isn't anything I've heard from anyone else. These are good things to live by in this field. Do your best
Yep.
and do it the right way. So, thank you, Mike. I
Thanks, man.
appreciate you, buddy. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Hey, and look forward to next Saturday. I've got another guest coming on. I'll be revealing who that is here early next week. So, Again, Mike, appreciate
Sweet.
you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.